Hey everybody, it is Jeff from Angeles City, Philippines. I'm over here in my executive conference room. I just finished swimming some laps. I was getting ready to go home, so I figured I would start this vlog. I get a lot of questions on imported foods and where is the best place to get them. So anybody that lives here or follows a lot of these vlogs know that probably two of the best places to get those type of imported foods that you may be used to back in the West are S&R and Landers. Out of the two, I really like them both, but probably S&R is the one I lean to most because they probably have more of the items I'm more familiar with from the US and from Costco. But a fun fact on S&R, S&R stands for Sol and Robert Price. It's a father and son, American businessmen, and they started this big warehouse, membership warehouse thing from the US West Coast. I think they were based out of San Diego, but they took off down in South and Central America, and they ventured over here to the Philippines, I don't know how long ago, 15, 20 years ago. Didn't work out too well, so they were bought out by Pure Gold. So Pure Gold owns S&R now. And S&R has over 30 branches throughout the Philippines. Here in Pampanga, there are two that I know of. There's one down in San Fernando, one here in Angeles City. And they're building a new one down in Barangay Cutcut, which is down there by Nipo, just off of Friendship. By the cutover, the flyover, about 1 kilometer from the new power plant mall, power plant condo complex they're building down there. So that'll be good for anybody that's buying property down there because they'll be right around the corner from S&R. But I went over there the other day, did some video. So if I can figure out how to do the conversion from kilograms to pounds, which I know how to do that, but calculating pesos to dollars and price per pound, price per kilo, I'll try to do that on the video so you can see a comparison. And I covered mostly some of my items that I like the most, that I miss the most. I like some cheeses. I'm a big cheddar cheese fan. Some dairy products, obviously my adult beverages, but there's no shortage of adult beverages and the availability of those here. Or some of those imported items that we've grown fond of over the years in the West, in the US, are they really more expensive over here? And if so, how much? So when I did the comparison, I'll take a look at the items in S&R and I'll compare them with some items. Giant Grocery is a pretty well-known established grocery store in Northern Virginia in the U.S. So I'll compare some prices with Giant and S&R. Some adult beverages from Virginia ABC stores with adult beverages here, American beverages or imported beverages. And then if I can find some of the same items in Costco, I'll compare Costco to some of the items here. As long as it's not a heavy lift. So yes, I'm retired and I don't have a lot to do during the day, but I don't want to spend hours and hours on this. So we'll see if it's not too difficult. And so stay tuned. On the way over to S&R, which is the Philippines version of Costco. So we're going to take a look at some prices. So stay tuned. This is the food court like Costco. whole big selection of U.S. brand cereals. Oatmeal. One of the things I haven't seen here is steel oats. So if you like steel oats, I have not seen that here in SNR. American brand peanut butters and jellies. I don't see a whole lot of American style pickles here. Or pasta. And this is personally my favorite aisle right here. So just about anything you're looking for in the adult beverage category, you're going to find here. It's a good local craft beer. And then your assortment of wines. Whiskeys. Johnny Walker, one of my favorites. Got some gins and tequilas. More whiskeys. It's a Kirkland brand whiskey. Anybody try that before? I'm interested to hear how it tastes. A little Hennessy. That's about $200. Big old party. So some upper end whiskeys. Yeah, no shortage of whiskeys here. That's some of my favorite cheddar cheese.
sumasyal dito. Di ba nag-strike dito? Ano? Lumipas ba yan?
Yung mga nakakatabi dito, yung mga may-ari talaga ng jeep na yun. Hindi yung mga operator.
Ano yun?
Pero
Dito,
pag
siyempre, may
operator
ano
ka,
pa.
dito na. Yung mga
Eh, may ano ka pa dun. Dito, di ba nag-strike dito? Ano?
Yung
Lumipas ba
mga
yan?
yung mga nakakatabi dito, yung mga may-ari talaga ng jeep na yun. Hindi yung mga operator.
Ano yun?
Pero
Dito,
pag
siyempre, may
operator
ano
ka,
pa.
dito na. Yung mga
Eh, may ano ka pa dun.
Like some Australian grapes, blackberries from the U.S., strawberries from Korea, U.S. strawberries, kiwi, not sure where that's from, like some Korean cantaloupe, Chinese grapes. These are Chinese or Korean pears, Asian pears. Sometimes they have cherries in here, but the cherries were like $25 for a plastic bin of them. Some U.S. apples. You gotta watch when you get these packs. They always put the rotten ones, the rotten part of the apple in the back. Well, welcome to the end. As you've seen in the video, and you probably suspected, or if you live here, you already know, most of the items, especially the food items, much more expensive here, the imported items, than they are back in the U.S. For obvious reasons. What you probably also noticed is the alcohol is generally cheaper over here, and I don't know the reasoning behind that, if it's taxed differently here than it is in the U.S., but you can get some pretty good deals on some adult refreshments. Don't do a lot of shopping in SNR or Landers. We probably hit those places up maybe once a month, just for some specialty items. But if you live here, I typically do the market weekly. Get all the fresh fruits and vegetables there. You can't beat the price. Super, super cheap. A lot of people get their proteins there. We don't get our proteins there. We do get seafood there. So we have a housekeeper, and she gets us probably 2 or 3 days worth of seafood at the market every week. But again, you can't beat the prices on the fruits and vegetables. So I would not recommend getting that stuff at S&R Landers. Occasionally, if I see something I like, I may get it there, but typically not. I was tempted a couple months ago to get some cherries, because I haven't had cherries for a long, long time. But I said earlier, I think they were about $20 or $25 for a bin of cherries, and I'm just not going to spend that much money on some cherries. If I made any mistakes on my calculations, on my math or my conversions, please let me know. Not really a math expert. And I think the hamburger I got was 20/80 or 80/20. I think the one that I put that up against in Giant Grocery was a little different. So it may be off, but just to give you a general idea of what you can expect to pay for certain things. And before I sign off, I'd like to give a shout out to Jay, one of the viewers. He reached out to me, provided me a nice little jeepney thumbnail that I will now add to the end of my videos and put it as the link thumbnail on the video. So Thanks for the nice email, Jay. Thanks for the thumbnail. If you have any comments or questions, again, please put them in the comments section. I asked earlier for the people that live here, what is your favorite Essinor or Landers and why? I'm sure a lot of people will be interested to hear that. If you're not yet subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified the next time I put a new video out there. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you next time. Take care.